Hey guys, so today I'm going to explain to you the tuning that Mike Mushok uses in the band Saint Asonia. Now, he uses a 7-string baritone guitar to accommodate for a really low tuning because the low note is F sharp. So the tuning is F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, C sharp, F sharp, A sharp, D sharp. So basically from low E to high E, it's drop C sharp. And then you have the low B tuned down to F sharp, so that's a really low tuning. And I just have a regular 7-string, so this string is somewhat floppy and rattly. You can kind of hear the clanking a little bit, but the distortion kind of drowns it out. But that's why he uses a baritone, because like it's so low that it would need a baritone length in order to make it work. So yeah, I'm just going to show you how this tuning works for each song on the album. In the song Better Place, it's not needed. Like the low F sharp is it's not needed because you're basically in drop C sharp already, and that's pretty much what the tab for the song says. So Mike Mushok just uses this guitar for convenience because he uses it on pretty much every other song. But yeah, this is how it goes. So yeah, Better Place can be played on this guitar. Next song, Blow Me Wide Open, it does kind of need this low F sharp. The tab for it says it's in drop B. You can play it in drop B, but if you want to play it with the way that Mike Mushok plays it, then you're going to have to use this tuning, or something close to it. But basically the low B note is not an open note. The tab originally thought that the song was in B standard tuning, so basically standard tuning on a 7-string. That's not correct, but it can be done if you really want to. It can be played in drop B. But that's not how Mike plays it. He plays it like this. I figured that out by watching the Stained documentary. I didn't watch it intending to learn that song, but they were talking about one song in particular, and the original riff was, but it wasn't put in the final song, so I guess Mike wanted to use it for something else, and he did. So yeah, it does have a low B, and you can play it in drop B, but again, it's not the way Mike plays it, so if you want to be accurate, use this tuning. Okay, Let Me Live My Life. Okay, there's something I have to point out. Most covers I've seen put the song in drop B. That's not exactly correct because you don't hear a low B note when you play well, you hear a low B note, but you don't hear a low B power chord when you play the intro riff, which is what some people kind of overlook because it's so fast-paced that it's not really something you hear. But I'll demonstrate. The part that I'm saying people are overlooking is the part that goes, because when they play it in drop B, this isn't gonna sound right at all, but people play it basically 2 frets up from what I'm playing. Now, when you go from this note, this is the thing that I'm pointing out, because like, if I was in drop B right now, that would not be the right chord. But since I'm in drop C sharp, that's the right chord. If you want to play the correct chord but in drop B, then you would have to be pretty fast with playing, and you would have to go. No. if you want it to be completely accurate, because that's something that people are overlooking. And don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting people to actually hear it. I'm just saying, like, I thought better guitar players than myself would notice that. But I didn't notice it myself either, so don't sweat it. But it's just more so, like, it's this tuning. I mean, you're in drop C sharp, pretty much. But the main part that actually uses a low, that uses a low string is, the intro riff and the chorus. So yeah, that's Let Me Live My Life, and the chorus is pretty much more or less the same thing, but with bar chords. But yeah. Okay, the song Even Though I Say, I'm not sure it actually needs a low note, but it's something Mike uses when he plays it live. I guess more so for convenience than anything, because, well, less guitars, you know? But, yeah, that low note isn't required, but... Okay, I messed it up, but I don't remember it that well, but I get the general idea of it. You don't need that low F sharp, so if you want to play it on a regular 6 string, then that's completely fine. Fairytale, I think, uses a low note. Like, I believe in the pre-chorus, it has this chord, where you basically bar the 4th fret, but the top 2 strings. I believe that's how it works. The tab for Fairytale actually puts... The tab that I saw for Fairytale actually puts the song in drop F sharp tuning. So basically it would be F sharp, C sharp, F sharp. I don't remember the rest of the strings at the moment, but basically you do have F sharp and C sharp, but that's a drop tuning, not a standard tuning. So that's basically what's wrong with that. And yeah. So yeah, I believe Fairytale only uses those low 2 chords. Okay, King of Nothing definitely does use a low note. It uses this note. Like, that's the lowest note in the song, I believe. So, it basically goes like... or something like that. I haven't listened to the song in a while, but I know that that is the low note. So there was a tab for this song, but it's not exactly accurate because it doesn't have that low note. If I figure out the rest of the song, I will tab it out, but the hard part is the harmonics. I'm not sure what the harmonics exactly are. It's kind of a weird finger movement when I watched him play it live. I will link the live videos I'm talking about in the description, as well as the tabs and some of the videos that I've seen of people covering the songs. So yeah, everything will be in the description, including the actual tuning. Okay, Waste My Time doesn't need this tuning. Mike just kind of uses this guitar live for convenience. So yeah, it's not needed. You can just tune down to E flat standard. Okay, Dying Slowly. I actually wrote the tab that you see on the website for Dying Slowly. But I put it in the regular stained tuning, which puts this okay, at first I wrote it in drop A flat. But then I recently changed it to the stained tuning, which is basically drop A flat, but with this E flat note to D flat. So, because that's what Mike Mushok does. But even that's not exactly correct because he uses this tuning. But I will demonstrate. Pretty simple, but like, again, there's a low B. It's weird, in my opinion, I don't think he really needs this low F sharp because he doesn't go any lower than this note. He could have just used the regular tuning he used for Stained, in my opinion. But I guess that's just what he wants to do. But aside from that, dying slowly, the rest of it is pretty straightforward. Okay. Happy Tragedy, I'm not exactly sure about this one because I haven't learned how to play the full song. From what I see so far, I don't think a low note is required, anything lower than C sharp. But I know that the intro chord is this, and then that there's some harmonics. The song goes something like that. I'm not sure how the rest of the song is played. Can't exactly. It's not. I know, like, I think the verse pretty much does a lot of those. I'll try to figure it out. But if you want to write the rest of the Saint Asonia tabs based on this tuning, feel free to. You don't have to credit me for this video or anything, but I'm mainly just making this video to explain the tuning and to demonstrate how it works and how he plays each song in this tuning. Of course not the whole thing, but just like the general idea and why the low note is required. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful, and yeah. So, I'll talk to you guys later.